just starting. Prime time.
We're gonna shoot a big buck right here.
Put the Matthews to the test tonight. I feel like we're gonna see some different this morning. When Bucky Jr. works again. There's a bigger buck. That's a good one. That's a good one. Keep my fingers crossed.
PrimeTime Bucks 11 is brought to you by API Tree Stands, Bad Boy Buggies, Benelli USA, The Cajun Injector, Carbon Express Arrows, Gerber Legendary Blades, Hunter's Safety System, Kalispell Case Line, Lacrosse Footwear, Matthews Solo Cam, Muzzy Broadheads, Bill Jordan's Realtree, Swarovski Optic, Thompson Center Arms, Tracker Marine, Viper Archery, Walker's Game Gear, Winchester Ammunition, and by Hunter's Specialties, for sportsmen, by sportsmen. PrimeTime Bucks 11 begins with the Hunter Specialties cameras heading west to Wyoming to hunt with RK Outfitters. This is a trip that has become an annual event for Philip Vanderpool and Rick White. And as they get closer to the Wyoming state line, Philip is getting anxious.
Well, folks, we are almost to Wyoming and RK Outfitters. Josh and I have been talking about it. We're going to try to find this place to hunt off the ground because it's so open, there's no trees. So stay with us. We're going to devise a strategy and see if we can't take one off the ground this year. Right here in Wyoming, RK Outfitters with Rick and Julie Kruger.
Upon their arrival, Rick and Philip meet up with owners Rick and Julie Kruger to get the lowdown on what the deer are doing.
Man,
What's the word?
good. Lots of deer. Lots
That's
of deer.
what we wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Hitting that alfalfa field, huh?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them coming, just like last year.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Well, it's warm today, but I heard it was going to cool off for a little bit and then maybe back into some warm temperatures.
Yeah, they're calling in the 70s and maybe 80s, but that's cool for this time of year for us. So.
Boys, they are piled up back there.
It is unbelievable how many deer out in that field. You know, a lot of people hunt a lifetime and never, ever get to experience something like this. It's just amazing.
This is an experience in itself.
There's 200 deer in that field right now.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, you bet.
Probably ought to think about slipping out of here and letting these deer
let's
kind
do
of come on out.
Beautiful. Man, the temperature. It's got my neck swollen.
On the first morning, they're greeted by a heavy rainstorm which keeps them back at camp for the day. By the next afternoon, the weather clears and Philip sets up by a drop-off overlooking a heavily used trail.
Another buck behind him, too. There's more coming.
But the big deer are not using this trail today. On the third afternoon, Rick prepares a ground blind for Philip about 100 yards from the previous day's setup. This is wide open country, and Josh is not able to get his camera into the blind with Philip, so he has to position himself several yards up the hill looking down on Philip's position.
Well, folks, as you can see, we got our hole dug. Recruiter and myself, we come in here, had a brainstorm. You know, we sat over there last night on the ground over there thinking we'd catch them coming down. Well, they missed us, and they were on this trail right here. So we came in, dug this hole, as you've seen, and I tell you what, this just might work. We got the right wind, we got enough wind. Hopefully it'll cover up any noise to be made and some movement. Got Josh right about 30 yards up there on the big camera up there, and I'm sitting down here in this hole, and we're in Wyoming. And I tell you, early season, we're going to try to get the job done for you. We're going to put the Matthews to the test tonight. So stay with us. Third evening of our hunt. Let's get her done, Josh. That was close, buddy. That about ran over me. You see that? They never saw me. Jumped that fence like it wasn't nothing, didn't he? So did his little buddy. Okay, here's another deer. Big buck down right here in Wyoming, RK Outfitters. And my big buck is laying right there. I just muzzy-fied him. Come on, Josh, man, let's go take a look at him. I'm here at RK Outfitters with Rick and Julie Kruder, and are they going to be happy to see this? Holy smokes, look at what a spread. Oh my gosh, big 10 point. Wow, folks, I'm speechless. You know, I hunt to live and live to hunt. And looky here. I can't wait to show Rick and Julie. They're gonna be tickled to death to see this buck. Just a
Right son of a gun, isn't
I'm
he?
telling you. Whew. I just can't
Excellent.
thank you guys enough for giving me the opportunity. You know, Rick and
Hey.
Matt's been up here the last couple of years.
Matt, look what you missed out on this year, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Well, we couldn't think of a better replacement, so.
Oh, shoot.
I really, like I say, words can't describe what I felt.
That's what she's all about.
But anyhow.
I think the work starts now, don't it?
Yeah, we got to get him field dressed there.
Julie and I got to head for town.
I might just go with you. Josh? To complement our Matthews hunting bows, here at Hunter Specialties, we choose Viper archery sights. First of all, I like a sight that has a round housing here. This allows me to look through my peep sight and center this round housing in that peep sight so I can get on my animal quicker. The second thing I like to do is take that first pin and place it right in the center of the round housing. I do this for a better field of view and a quicker pin placement on my target. When you combine all these features, you will have a better hunting sight.
Eddie Salter has long dreamed of doing an early season western bow hunt. So when the opportunity arose for him to hunt North Dakota on September 1st, he jumped at the chance. At the break of dawn on Eddie's first morning in the stand, deer are moving all around him.
Here comes a couple bucks right in here. One of them's a pretty good one, looks like. 10 point. Good deer, but I still got a couple more days to hunt. I think I'm gonna wait and see if I can see one a little bit bigger, because that's a good deer there. I'd say they will, if we move about 100 yards over there, maybe get in that next big tree over there, we might get a real close shot at them this afternoon. They'll come back through the same area. Of course, that 10 point went through there. I may not pass him up this afternoon.
Later that afternoon, Eddie has moved his stand up the hill. He sees several nice bucks over the next 2 days, but they're either not mature enough or they're well out of his bow range.
Actually, it's coming back here. Wind's kind of swirling all kind of ways. It's our last afternoon hunting here in South Dakota. The biggest mistake I made on this trip was I just didn't schedule 4 days to come up here. You should never schedule 4 days to go hunting anywhere. If you can't stay a week, you don't need to go. But just the way my schedule shook up, the first afternoon we actually hunted, we was hunting over the edge of this alfalfa here in Sugar Beach back up here, and we had some good bucks to come out. And we just never could really find a tree in there to get on them. And I kept talking to the landowner, and we moved on down. We're gonna probably be 500 or 600 yards away from where I really wanted to get, but we couldn't find a big enough tree. But hopefully we're gonna get these deer coming out of the edge of the river. There's a bunch of willow trees in there. Maybe we can catch them bucks that we saw the other afternoon. Maybe we can catch them this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon. Only thing is about 80 degrees, but we're gonna get after them. Y'all come go with us. Here comes. It's a good buck. It's a buck.
the truck. It was 80 degrees this afternoon. That just goes to show you we done our homework. We moved. We never did have the wind just like we needed. We kept easing around, and we finally found a tree where we know these bucks have been coming through, going towards that big sugar beet patch. And we got on him, man. I can't believe it. Good job, Wayne. All right, baby. You know one thing about it? It will not be no tracking right there. Yes, sir. There it is right there. Guys, I don't believe we're gonna have to worry about tracking that. I believe he's right down there. We can go right straight to it. Come on, let's go take a look. He was right here under this old tree right there. There he is, right there, boy. Ow. Is this not a beautiful deer? Look at that deer. Just in that summer coat with that velvet on him. Man, that is a beautiful deer. North Dakota, prime time, September the 4th. Pretty good sized body on that old deer. You know, he hadn't got his winter coat yet. He's real yellow. Some of these deer have been dark, some of them been yellow. I guess that's, you know, as far as this time of the year, they's liable to be all kind of ways. So it's just a good, solid, I'm gonna say that deer's pretty close to 130 class, 8-point. Tell you what, he's certainly big enough to ride in Eddie Salter's truck, but the problem is I'm riding in Wayne Byrne. Wayne, good job, buddy.
Now let's join Alex Rutledge on his way to Illinois to hunt with Ben and Lynn Plattner of Timberland Outfitters.
Well, it's that time of year again. It's archery season. I'm looking forward to meeting up with my good friend Craig Morgan. We're going to have a whitetail hunt with Timberland Outfitters. And these bucks are on their feet as usual. It's pre-rut, and they say the lows all week this week's going to be 20 degrees. I hope I brought the right clothes so I can stay warm. But man, I'm really looking forward to this. We're getting ready to cross the Illinois line here in just a second. I'm ready for this.
When Alex arrives, he finds that Craig Morgan is already there, as well as fellow pro staffer Rick White.
This man here can cook.
All right, go.
Man!
What's up, partner? How you been?
See, he hugged me, Craig. You didn't hug me.
Oh, Craig, I'm sorry.
It's Alex's first morning, and on his way to the stand, he finds the kind of deer sign that every hunter wants to see near his hunting spot.
He's working that, boy. Fighter at the ball match, double set there. We'll see what's going on. We may need to hang another double set right in here. We'll bring that decoy in there, set up in here. Corey gouged it, plumb up in here.
And for the next 2 days, Alex sees activity near his stand. But with his hunt winding down, he feels the only way to improve his chances is to change his strategy.
Today's October 25th. We're in Illinois hunting with good friends Ben and Lynn Plattner with Timberland Outfitters. Also joining me here in camp is Craig Morgan, the country music singer who thinks he's a know-it-all hunter, but really he's not. But anyway, hey, it's a PM hunt, and this is the third evening of our hunt. And these deer aren't cooperating, getting close enough to us. So we scouted this bean field, a cut bean field, and there's a lot of active scrapes. And we've been seeing some bucks in there every morning, every evening. And hopefully we can connect on one of them using decoys. We built a makeshift blind over there yesterday, so we'll give it time to cool. Maybe it'll happen here this evening. Old Jimmy Estes and I will get her done.
right. Let's get it on. These deer been getting in there around 4:30 to 5 o'clock. That's pretty cool. That's what makes you feel good when you have a plan of attack and it works. All we need now is that big buck to come in behind. Alex, right behind you, 25 yards, big deer. Right there, right behind you. I see him. You want him? Smoky, buddy. Right up in his lung. There you go, buddy. Decoying, rattling, calling. We didn't have no place to put a tree stand in here, so we come in here, took an old bunch of old limbs and a bunch of pokeberries bushes and piled them up and come in there. Jimmy and I did. We knew these bucks was coming out here, but hey, man, it come to the rattling, and we closed the deal. Hey, PrimeTime Bucks, baby. It's as real as it gets right there. Calling and decoying. That's my trick. Thanks, Jimmy.
All right,
Thanks,
what's going
brother.
on? Huh?
We got one.
Big one?
Pretty good.
Nice one?
Good one. 3.5-year-old, what he is.
He's a breeder.
He's 18 inches wide. Comes in the decoy, stiff leg, and there's back on him. You'll love it.
You called that this morning,
Oh,
didn't
yeah, I
you?
told you it's gonna work. I figured we'd kill him
Yeah.
in here tonight. There's blood everywhere. Come over and look.
Lung blood.
Yep. Real foaming. Look at this blood right here. Look here.
Stop.
But there he is, right there, right there. Woo! Look at the blood right here, guys. I mean, this is where it expires right here. There's a rack on him, Joey. All right.
Well, that muzzy did a number on him.
I'm telling you, man. Look how wide he is. That deer's, what, 18 inches wide, probably?
Yeah.
Big bite. 1, 2, 3,
Count him up.
6, 7, 8. 8-pointer. You know, we saw these deer coming in out here in the mornings. They was on the edge of this bean field. We knew if we could get a stand in there or a ground blind, we could make it happen. Brought the decoy in here, rattled and calling, we closed the deal. Ben, you tell Lynn, I said, I appreciate you guys having me here. Joey, thank you for everything, buddy. Put me on. Hey, PrimeTime Bucks. Hope all the guys are smacking them like we are right here.
Now let's join country music star Craig Morgan as he heads west to hunt with John Bourne of Bourne Outfitters of Kansas.
Well, we finally made it. Josh picked me up at the airport from a busy touring schedule. I can't wait to get in the house and talk to John and Betty and go get cleaned up, send it up, get in the woods. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
It's been a while.
Well, finally made it here.
Yeah, good flight. Been a long touring schedule. I'm really looking forward to this. Looking forward to this break.
Well, we had a great hunt in springtime.
Oh yeah, gosh, that's right. We did, didn't we? That was a fun hunt.
This is a different.
There's Betty. Hi. You sneaking back here, gonna jump on me or something?
Yeah.
Trip me as I walk by.
Well, this is a different piece of property and hunted on spring. This is a
Yeah.
big piece. I got 3 stands on here, I think, set up and ready to go for you. That look pretty good. Got cameras on a couple of them. They come in the front gate. Got a camera here and a camera over here on the outside of the quarry. But I think our best bet's going to be down in this valley, the way the south wind's blowing. It's going to be a booger up there on those stands. So
Yeah, it's a little warm still too.
Yeah, it's warm. It's hot. I think we're talking about record temperatures tomorrow.
Yeah, you know they say. Like, I've been dealing with this. I dealt with it in PrimeTime 10. Everybody's saying you just won't kill a big buck early. You won't do it in the heat and early. But I've been telling them if the outfitter, does their job. I'm just kidding. You know, you never know. That's what's great about hunting, and I'm excited. I can't wait to get in there and get the stand.
A long time down there. Been kind of leaving alone, so hopefully they're still in here.
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna get cleaned up. Make Josh shower up. You know, this nickname's Stinky Butt. They don't call him that for nothing.
Well, we're ready to go when you are.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
On Craig's first afternoon in the stand, the deer begin moving early, and it's not long before he has his first encounter with this small piebald buck.
Wow. What an encounter. What an encounter. It's our first evening of the hunt. My first day in the stand out here in Kansas with John Born Outfitters of Kansas. I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on, and the deer just coming in like crazy, little piebald pelt deer there. I'm so excited to be here. It's gonna be a great hunt. Apparently it's prime time.
And as the afternoon progresses, more and more deer make their way past Craig's stand. But this is only the first day of his hunt, so he's content to be patient and wait.
Just unbelievable. I don't know what to say. Never seen so many bugs. Got everything done. I wiped my bow down already with my Scentaway wipes. I'm gonna spray down real good. You know, this is probably one of the most important things that we can do, especially with the windy conditions that we have right now. Wind's changing directions on us like crazy, so we need to make sure we're doing everything we can with using all of our Scentaway products to ensure that we cover all our scent real good. And I'll get Josh too before we go in good. I love these new bottles, these new mists. It's great. You never know. I'm going to the tree stand. Come join us. Right there. had my patience tested like that. I thought he kind of got a little wind or he seen something, and I thought we were gonna get busted. He's got stuff everywhere. I got another. This is little nasty. This is little nasty. I got my Illinois nasty, and now I got the Kansas nasty. Yes, prime time, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Good blood. Nice pass through. Prime time, buddy. Prime time. He didn't go far. We're gonna go get him in a few minutes. I know where he stopped, and there's blood, good blood right there. I can't remember. I don't think he went this way. It seemed like he went down through here. But he may have gone that way. There's blood. There's blood. There's blood. There's blood. There's blood. Dude, right there, look, right there he is. Oh my gosh, man, look at this dang deer. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh almighty. Oh. I cannot believe it. Second day of the hunt. It's our first morning, October 2nd, here in Kansas with John Bourne. And, of course, Josh there on the camera. Son, you got her. We nailed it. Look, great shot. We made a good shot. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 scoreable points. Oh, last year in Illinois, we knocked down Big Nasty. This year in Kansas, we knocked down Big Nasty. This is our Kansas Nasty Buck. Second day of October, out here in Kansas. Hunter Specialties, prime time, baby.
November 1st in Iowa means the rut is just about to crank up. This year, Matt Moret has drawn a tag and is on his way to Leon, Iowa to meet up with Tim Young of True Trophy Outfitters.
Hey y'all, it's October 31st, it's Halloween night, and we just got here in Iowa with Tim Young from True Trophy Outfitters. He's getting ready to show me where we're going to get in the stand in the morning, and the rut is cranking up. Prime time, baby.
Matt, we're going to start you out. This is the farm you're going to be hunting. This is a big cornfield, big bottoms in here, a lot of beans. We've been seeing some really good bucks in this area. A lot of these bucks are traveling these ridges in the mornings, bedding up at the heads of them, so we're going to start you out right in here in the morning.
Awesome, man. It looks great. I mean, is this cut corn?
They're taking it out right now.
Okay, great. Yeah, everything comes together. You got the river right there, but looks like a big chunk of timber right there.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest down there.
Awesome. Tim, thank you for having me, buddy. I am so excited to get here. I mean, you wait all year for the rut to come to Iowa, but
hopefully we can get you a good buck killed here this week.
Well, we'll get on something. I'm gonna get the rest of my junk and get in. I'm ready to go.
It's November 1st. It's the first day I've been in a tree stand all year. We're in southern Iowa with True Trophy Outfitters with Tim and Maria Young. And we got a cold front come through, and yesterday on the way here we saw a lot of deer movement. And I think it's getting ready to crank up, baby, and got our true talker hanging here. And we're ready for some action. Welcome to Iowa. Sun finally came out. It's kind of warming things up. Not a ton of action this morning. Had that one little buck come up and kind of work that little scrape over there. But I'm gonna hit the heavy horn and see what happens. Nice and quiet. Yes, the first day here in Iowa, and the action started rolling. It's up in the morning. It's like 9 o'clock, but I hit the heavy horn, and we just heard something walking, and I saw the buck come up there. He started rubbing on a tree. He came up there. Another buck came in from behind me. He's a good 9-point, baby, and we smoked him. Yo, Matthews did the trick again. I can't believe it. November 1st, here in Iowa, with True Trophy Outfitters, and we got a 9-point laying at the bottom of this hill. Yeah. Great stand, buddy. But he was right there when we shot, and I watched him kind of hit that little ridge, and he kind of stayed, you know, and then last time I saw him, he was pretty close to the bottom, but he looked like he was getting a little woozy.
Okay.
All right, buddy. There we go. He's spitting it out already, yeah. You can see where he... More blood.
Matt, there's a deer right there.
Yeah, baby. Woo! Right here, and you're from my country, Tim, right here is why you come to Iowa. These brutes of whitetails. But I would tell anybody that if you want to come to Iowa and hunt big deer, to come see y'all here at True Trophy Outfitters, because y'all got them.
We got him.
Thank you, buddy. I'm going to get a tag on him. I'm glad we came back and met you. We got the bad boy buggy. We're going to pull him up out of here and maybe do a little celebrating this evening.
That we will do.
It's early November, and Rick White is hunting one of his favorite spots in eastern Iowa. Several days earlier, Rick was in the tree with his son Daniel when Daniel took his first ever buck with a bow. An event that would make any father proud. Now it's Rick's chance to get in the stand, and he's excited as ever to hunt his home state of Iowa at the beginning of the rut. Rick had hung his stands a month earlier, so he feels confident that the area will be fresh for this hunt. And with morning temperatures in the mid-teens, Rick is hoping the deer will be on the move and willing to come in close enough to check out his decoy.
Well, good morning. November 3rd, and it's the first day of my hunt here in Iowa. Philip Vanderpool behind the camera. It's 13 degrees this morning, so it's cold, and we're late getting in. You know, first we were locked out of a gate and just trying to get all our stuff organized. We were running a little bit late, but we've already seen some deer activity, and we're in a great spot. We've got a decoy up, and in just a moment I'm going to start some rattling and grunting and see if we can bring some deer in. So don't go anywhere. It's just starting. Prime time. It's a tall racky 10-point. I don't know where he's gonna go. Is that a deer, Philip? I can see a lot. That's a big buck. Big. Oh yeah. Wow. Two really nice bucks, and that one was a beauty. Nice, big, tall, tined deer. I didn't get a real
going up around. I hope he doesn't turn around and go back. Matt? Oh, I got it back. I get back. A shot, I hit my grunt call. I usually have it tucked down in there, and it's sitting here on top of my binoculars, and when I drew him, I could feel it, but choked me. My string hit that grunt call, and no excuse. It's not where you want to hit him, but what a hunt. This is my first morning in the stand. Here it is right here, Philip. Oh boy, that's a lot of red blood there now. Look at that. That's a lot of blood right there. Well, things are looking up a little bit better. I mean, I'm a little bit more excited about this than the shot, obviously, but I think what we'll do is I'm gonna leave the arrow right here. And we're just gonna walk and see what kind of blood we've got. And because he ran down over that hill, we're just gonna stop shy of that hill. Let's see what we've got for blood here. That's a lot of red blood there, Philip. Oh, there's lots of blood here. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. He went over this hill. That's the last place I saw him. And it's been now, you know, we waited a half hour to climb down, and by the time we got all our stuff together, it's been probably an hour. And there's no question in my mind, in fact, I talked with Philip about it a little bit, that this deer is down. I hit that artery. There is blood everywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and slip on over this hill here and see if we can spot him. I wouldn't normally recommend going after deer if you're not sure, but by the looks of this sign, I'm sure. So let's go. Yes. That's right up through here. There's all kinds of blood right here. Philip, you're not gonna believe it. Right there at the bottom of the hill, he's there. Yes. Oh man, he's a beauty. Oh, he's a 9-point. I thought he was a 10. Oh well, he's still a beautiful deer. First morning in a stand here in Iowa, and we're done. I can't believe it. I think we saw 5 or 6 different bucks this morning. We were actually considering getting down from this morning, and I looked over and saw a doe coming right at us, and I heard a deer grunt, and pretty soon I spotted this deer following that doe. Came in, he saw the decoy, and then he actually turned around. I thought he was gonna walk off. He snort-wheezed and turned around and came right back into the decoy. Picture perfect hunt, and I'll tell you, that doesn't happen to me, not all the time anyway. Unbelievable, and it's a special day today. Today is my son Daniel's 14th birthday. Happy birthday, Daniel. And just a couple days earlier, I filmed him shooting his first deer with a bow. The only bad thing is, my hunt's over in Iowa. Good thing is, Philip, you can go home for a few days before our next hunt. November 3rd, and it's prime time.
One thing that I recommend you do as an archery hunter is practice in what you're going to hunt with. In other words, if you're hunting with a hat, practice with the hat. If you're wearing gloves when you're hunting, practice with gloves. Wearing a face net when you're hunting, make sure you know how your bow's going to shoot in all those conditions. As you saw, I just made a major mistake. Wearing my binoculars and my grunt call and not knowing how my bow was going to shoot, but I learned from my mistakes and it won't happen again. Make sure it doesn't happen to you.
It's the end of August, and Ted Marham has met up with Mitch Hagan and Steve Snow to prepare for his hunt in North Dakota. Once they get all of their gear packed, it's time to hit the road and head west. The strategy for this hunt is to concentrate on a bed-to-feed pattern, but there's only one problem. The season is far enough along that the acorns are starting to drop. Ted can only hope that this development doesn't affect his strategy too much. Once in camp, they take a final opportunity to make sure their equipment is still dialed in.
Well, everybody, welcome to North Dakota. It's opening day, September 1st. It's open at noon today. We're up here hunting with a good friend of ours, and we're hoping to kill ourselves a velvet deer. Last night we did some scouting off the road with a spotting scope in big bean field out here. We saw 15 bucks come out in here. A bunch of them worked down this edge. Everything's still full velvet. Has seen a couple that are out, but hopefully we'll get a chance at a good one with the velvet on yet. Got some pinto beans just behind us here that they're heading for every night feeding, and I'm pumped. It's been warm, but the weather cooled off a little bit now, and everything looks really good. We're hoping we'll do the trick tonight.
For the next hour, Ted waits patiently, and it's not long before a nice buck comes in along the field edge. As Ted waits for the buck to come into his shooting lane, he might be contemplating the age-old question. If a tree falls in the woods, will a deer hear it? Well, Ted's about to find out the answer.
Shot that one. He is toast. He's going down. He's down. I am so pumped up. I can't believe we had a year-and-a-half buck come out here with a dandy right here. I was gonna shoot him, and that dang tree fell over back here and blew him out of here. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Maybe half an hour, 40 minutes went by. All of a sudden, my cameraman Travis, buddy, says, hey, I hear something coming down the edge, and I turn and look. Nothing. All of a sudden, out walks 1 buck, 2 bucks, 3 bucks.
got to be laying right up here in the field. So
that's a sign of a true friend when you know you got a good deer down and you're sitting in the tree, so it didn't mess up my hunt.
Yeah, I didn't want to wreck it for you. I mean, I already cut one off for you, so.
It's awesome. That was pretty cool to watch from the other side of the field, watch you stick him and watch him go down. So, yeah, he's got a heck of a trail.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood. Walk up here. There's some. Right. Oh, right here, right here. Yep. Holy smokes, there he is.
Quick to go, there he is. Oh my goodness,
God.
kid. That is a beauty. Wow. Way to go. That is a gorgeous deer, full velvet, drop tine, kicker, curly thing, whatever it is.
Wow. He's a lot bigger than I thought. Actually, when I shot him, my.
That is a beauty. Not too bad, first night out.
First night out. First velvet deer. I mean, that's a good one. I don't care if he's velvet or not.
Gorgeous.
Wow, look at those brow tines. God, he's a dandy.
That is a beauty. Congratulations, man.
It's October 3rd, and Jim Wand is hunting in Illinois with his wife Dawn. The temperature is in the high 80s, which is unseasonably warm for October. Higher temps mean more body odor, so Jim takes every precaution to make sure he is as scent-free as possible before entering the woods. Dawn has hunted this stand for the past 2 days, but all the deer have been beyond her comfortable shooting range, so they've decided to switch places and give Jim a chance with his Matthews. Jim feels that their setup near a pond overlooking a mixture of Vitarac summer and fall mix will be a good combination for the evening hunt.
Well, it's October 3rd, and we're hunting what we call our honey hole. We took a secluded area, and we used a hunter specialist early season, late season mix. Planted this food plot, and then a small, deep water hole dug. Gave the deer everything they could want. My wife, Dawn, she hunted here the last 2 days, October 1st and October 2nd, the first 2 days of bow season. And she had an encounter both nights with a buck we nicknamed Moby. He's a big 5x5. We got him on a trail camera, and he's a 160 plus inch deer. And he's teased my wife the last 2 nights by staying just out of her effective bow range. He's been hanging out at 46, 47 yards. So Dawn and I decided to switch things up tonight. She's behind the camera. I got the old Matthews. He comes out at 45 yards and I'm smashing him. So let's hope he does the same thing 3 nights in a row. We'll put it on him.
Well, folks, it's been about an hour since I shot my buck, and we're about, probably about 100 yards from where we're set up. And once we got down and got the camera equipment out of the tree and got back to the truck to get the flashlights to come back and track my deer and do the recovery, we forgot to pack flashlights. So we have no light but the camera light. And for me to go through there with the camera light where this buck went into and to try to follow a blood trail, it's not going to work. So it looks like we're going to be doing a morning recovery. The good thing is it's supposed to drop about 20 degrees a night, so the deer will still be good. And we'll just have to come back and get him first thing in the morning. So we'll see you here in the morning. There's a little blood right there. Well, he stayed on this trail here. Oh, there's quite a bit of blood right here. That's good dark red blood, good lung blood. Let's see, he went this way. Here he went right over here. Oh, he's going back in the timber. Where he come out of was a point right over here. So I imagine is what he's doing is he's coming back here and he's circling back in right where he come out of, right where he feels safe. He's going back home is what he's doing. He's going right back into the timber he come out of. Here's some blood. Right down through here. There he is. Yes, there he is. Come on. Nice deer. Wow, look at that deer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at that 12-pointer. Look at that. That is awesome. Oh man, what a perfect hunt. It's October 3rd. It's been in the high 80s, pushing 90 degrees the last 3 days. And I can't believe the deer movement that we've seen. And I think it all attributes to the food plot that we got, the water source that's right there next to it. They got thick cover back here. We've gave the deer all three things that they have to survive: food, water, and cover. And this right here is the proof right here. Look at that deer. Man, is he nice. Beautiful, beautiful deer.
It's October 11th. It's really, really windy. But we had a big weather system that came through last night. Rained all night. And the wind blew really hard today. I'm hoping the wind will die down towards evening here. We had a hayfield out here that I saw a lot of deer using earlier. So we'll see what happens. If the wind dies down, I think we're going to have some great deer movement, but time will tell. Got these deer pretty jittery, but they're moving, so got a lot of time left.
Suddenly, a giant buck appears on the far edge of the field.
Oh, he's a giant.
At one point, the buck looks as if he's leaving the field, but just as soon as the wind dies down, he reappears again. And this time, he's much closer. Steve can only hope that he doesn't lose light before he gets a chance to shoot.
That's a giant deer. We're losing light pretty fast. But he's working this way. Keep my fingers crossed. Got a doe right down here.
Suddenly, Isaac realizes there's a problem.
Dad, I'm about out of tape. That's all right. Just let it roll. We can't change tapes now. He's coming in.
But unfortunately, Isaac's tape runs out, and Steve decides he can't let this monster buck pass.
Well, that's a hunt that I'll never forget. Main reason I got my boy Isaac behind the camera, and we were kind of in a panic situation there. The deer was coming in, and he's whispering, "Dad, we're out of tape." And I just said, just let it roll, you know, a deer like that. And sad part is that tape ran out, and he comes by 15 yards, and I put a heck of a good hit on him. He went down right over here, so grabbed my bow and we're gonna go look at him. But I had my boy with me, the biggest deer I've ever killed. I'll never forget it, so let's go get him. There he is. What an absolute monster. He has got stickers everywhere. I counted 23 of them on him. We didn't get the shot on film. We had him coming earlier. We got him on film, but a deer like that, I don't care. I'm still a hunter, so what a giant.
Callie Morris of Hazel Creek Taxidermy loves hunting whitetails just about as much as he loves hunting turkeys, maybe even more. It's November 4th in northern Missouri, and Callie has already had several close encounters with nice bucks on the previous day. This nice 6x6 stays well out of range through the thick timber, and later that afternoon, this nice 10-pointer came to within 10 yards.
That much bigger. That was a nice buck.
Callie knows the importance of scent elimination when it comes to big whitetails, so as he prepares for this day's hunt, he takes every precaution to eliminate all odors. This includes dressing and spraying down in the field, so even the slightest foreign smell will not be taken to a stand. Callie is also a guy who uses multiple stands, so the areas he hunts stay fresh and undisturbed. Even getting to a stand is an exercise in scent elimination because he uses nature's paths, like creeks and streams, to cover his presence. Once into the creek bed, Callie finds the type of deer sign he likes to see.
My tree stands right there. What I'm going to do is wash my boots real good. I'm going to sneak around, get right in. This is the first time I've been in here. I haven't been in this area for several months. There's a fresh scrape right under our tree stand. That's a good sign.
It's November the 4th. We're hunting in Missouri today. I'm pretty pumped. It's the first night I've been in this tree stand. We've got a great south wind coming right in our face, and the bedding thicket is to our south. I got a food plot on my left and a food plot behind me. So with any luck, these bucks got to come out of here, either chasing does or coming to check these food plots to see if the does are in. So they're going to either be there or they're going to be over there. And we're right in the middle. We snuck right up the creek. We used water in the creek to kind of help hide our scent. So let's get settled in. Maybe we can get some action. There's a nice buck right there. Caleb, there's a buck behind me right here. Right here.
Hey, Cal, here comes some does. Run down over the hill up there. Hey.
There's a buck chasing him. That's a good one. That's a good one. Another little buck's going to him. He's trying to run him off. No, come on. That little buck's running him off. Here he comes. He's coming back up higher. He's up higher, coming back down. Oh, please, come on over here. That's a good one. Caleb, be ready. We're going to shoot this deer.
Who says you can't kill bucks on the full moon?
Well, we've gone about 150, 160 yards from the stand, and I found my arrow just on the other side of this ditch. I heard him crash through it, so I know he's got to be either right on the edge or right down in it. There he is. Full moonshine. I can see him without the light. Boy, I tell you, we had a good hunt tonight. We didn't know about it going into it with that full moon. But sure enough, we got set up, just got in the stand, just got the camera situated. Here comes the first doe out. 10 minutes later, we have a buck right out in front, grunting, chasing her around. Right before dark, this guy come running out of the hayfield chasing 3 does, ran right into the food plot, started chasing the does, checking them out, sparring with the other bucks. Had his field, got tired of them, and decided to go check on some deer behind us. Walked right underneath our tree stand. 10 yards, perfect shot. Buck ran about 200 yards. We heard him crashing around over here. Then I got excited.
It's November 11th, the opening day of rifle season in southern Missouri. Alex has taken a couple of days off from his busy hunting schedule to take his wife Linda on a rifle hunt. The temperature is a brisk 17 degrees, but they feel confident that deer will be on the move. And once they get into the stand, their hunch proves correct.
It's Missouri rifle season opening day. Alex and Danny and I are out in the woods. We just encountered a pretty nice buck. I passed it up, just hanging out waiting for something bigger.
Did it make you mad when I didn't let you shoot that buck?
It didn't make me mad. No.
Oh, it did make you mad?
It's fairly early.
Yeah, it's breaking light.
I like that, though.
Linda and Alex wait patiently, and before long, this nice 2.5-year-old comes in to check scrapes. This is classic whitetail behavior of a young buck trying to establish some dominance in the area where he lives.
I've not seen that buck in here.
That's about
real still.
That's about one I killed last year.
It's about like the buck you killed last year. Watching for getting scrapes. It's pretty cool, ain't it?
That is awesome.
At one point, the young buck chases off another smaller buck, then, with hair still bristled, returns to the tree line to continue laying his scent.
That was cool right there. See, I've never seen a buck make a scrape before. Ever. Both of them right there.
But this weekend will end without Linda getting a shot at a buck. But there's always next weekend. It's the following weekend, and Linda is back in the shooting.
Here we are. It's the second weekend of Missouri rifle season. We got good and settled in a little after 6 this morning. Alex and Danny just got back from Iowa. And we've seen a few does in here, and I've got a decoy set up, doe decoy. We just spotted a buck. We're not for sure it's too far away to see really, but maybe it'll work its way up. There he is, Danny, right there. Be real still. Just let him come. He's got a turn broadside. Be real 20 yards out in that woods. I see him. He's going to come out. He's going to come out in that power line because he's still walking that way. There he is. I cannot get this guy to cock. I hit him. There he is. There he is, Danny. There he is, right behind that shooting house. This has been long waited for. Whew. It was just by chance that deer came back out. Let's go get him. Let's go look. Hope it didn't shrink, Danny. Steady. Pretty good. Right here it is. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scoreable points. He's probably, I'd say 16, 17 inches wide. And I'm proud of him because you know what? The trophy is in the eye of the beholder. As a woman in this industry, I'm proud of it. We worked hard for it. We endured some cold weather, hard times. 10:30, the deer comes up right towards us. I shot and obviously I missed, but we watched the deer go probably 10, 20 yards out into the woods. You can see it through the open woods. It comes right out to our right. We turn on it. It was given. So I do thank God for that.
Once they get the buck loaded onto their bad boy buggy, Linda is off to show Alex her trophy.
That's a good buck, baby.
Well, let me just show you here. This is the massive buck I got last year. So, you know, I am stepping up a little bit. If I hang with this thing, I might, you know, I think it's a big improvement.
It's a big improvement. I'm happy for you.
It's November 20th, the morning after Linda took her buck, and Alex Rutledge is headed back to the shooting house to see if the deer are still moving in the area.
Well, here we are. It's our second morning here in Missouri. It got down real cold, down in the 20s last night. This is my first morning hunting in Missouri right here. So, with a rifle, these bucks are still on their feet. It's November the 20th. These deer are on their feet, cruising still yet. We had a good encounter with a couple of huge bucks last night. 140s or better. So hopefully that's what we're wanting to shoot. We got a north wind. It's about 28 degrees, 27. And it's prime time. I'm freezing to death. I think I'm gonna get a fire going. I'm gonna start this deal up. All right? I'm gonna start it up. I can't get it to start. Danny, right there. There's a buck right there. Right there. I don't think I'll take him. No, I will take him. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him. He's better than I think. shoot him. And I looked him over and I said, yeah, there's a 130 to 148 point. He's a mature buck. That's what we wanted. Let's go look at this buck and get tag on it. I see him. Come here. Right there. Belly up right there. Look at it. Our buck is down. He didn't go 50 yards when we shot him. Now that, my folks, is a good, mature 8-pointer. His head is absolutely soaked with his glands working. I want you to look at that. What a buck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A mature 8-pointer here in Missouri in the Ozarks. What a season. What a hunt. Prime time.
Philip Vanderpool is in south central Iowa hunting with his good friend Steve Snow. Earlier in the summer, Philip filmed some incredible velvet bucks feeding on corn and beans on Steve's farm. Philip also captured footage of this buck they named Frog's Feet, but to everyone's knowledge, he was not seen since this footage was taken. It's October 24th, and Philip's very excited to get to the woods in hopes of seeing at least one of those monster bucks during his hunt. But first he needs to meet up with Steve and his boss, Ron Skoronsky, and get the lowdown on what's in store for the next 5 days.
See if anybody's home.
Hey, Philip.
Ron, what's
How you
going
doing,
on?
bud? Welcome to Iowa.
Well, thank you, man.
Get in here.
Well, you guys got some big buck stories for me yet?
We got them. We got the stories and we got the bucks, too.
Philip Vanderpool.
Steve.
How you been?
Good,
a long
buddy.
time?
You too, man. I tell you what. Whole lucky streak already, huh?
A guy's got to get lucky once in a while, but yeah, I was killed one October 11th. That's unreal.
Is that one we got on video?
That one
Back in the summer?
isn't, but
No kidding.
that means the other ones are still there.
That's right.
You and
Congratulations. You got to hunt yet, any?
I haven't been out much yet, but I'm anxious to go. They're there.
Well, I'm gonna go get all my stuff and get unloaded, man. I'm ready to.
Get moved in. Let's get out there.
All right, buddy.
It's time.
Good to see you guys.
You
man.
too, Philip.
Hey, October 24th, here in Iowa. We're gonna try to pull these deer into us. Got the decoy back behind us. Hopefully we can draw their attention to him and pull the bucks up to us. I've got my true talker, my heavy horns, and my easy wheeze. So we're gonna see what happens. Stay with us. Get a little aggressive. Buck by the decoy. Yeah, we got you. We got it. Josh said there's a buck that blew the easy ways, and he's seen what happened. You tell me that don't work? Whoa, just big buck, Josh. Big buck. Just rattled with the heavy ones. I told Josh I was going to rattle, and I looked and he was running up through there and he stopped. Double drops. If he'd have took 2 more steps, I'd have had a 40-yard shot. I think I could have got an arrow through it. But from where he was at, I couldn't shoot Josh. He was right through the leaves. What a giant, absolute buck of a lifetime, just to get him on video, to see him. Unbelievable.
It's the 4th afternoon of Philip's hunt, and he continues to use the same strategies that have worked over the past few days. On Philip's 5th day, he decides to move into thicker timber to an area about half a mile from where he had the encounter with the drop-tine buck.
What we're doing, we're sitting up here in the timber. Back in here, these deer are going to be coming back in here to bed. And these bucks are starting to cruise. We saw that last night. They're just starting chasing a little bit. All the food sources are down in here below us here. We have beans and alfalfa. And we also have a big hedge patch here where those deer like to bed. So what I'm going to do this morning is try to pull them out of here. bucks this morning. But this is an awesome spot, so y'all stay tuned. Just want to try to get her done. Josh right behind the camera. And by the way, happy birthday, Mama. Gosh, there's a deer over on this side. I think I seen a flash of an antler. Hold on. It's him. The double drop, yes, right here. Get that camera around here. I'm gonna let him come. He's working a limb. He's looking. good. Put it right at the point of it. Thank you, buddy. I owe it to you. You said this was the killing tree. Up there. Oh my gosh, buddy. Right there he is, Josh. Oh, I've waited on this moment my whole life. Thank you, Lord. Oh, look at this guy. Is he incredible or what? Oh, I had my lucky black max with me this morning. Oh, Josh, look at him. Is he not magnificent? Look at the tines. Oh my gosh. 7 on the left and 8 on the right. And then look here. Folks, I'm astounded. October the 29th, right here in Iowa, and I get a second chance at the buck of a lifetime, and one I call my dream buck. I've always wanted to take a double drop tine buck, and guess what? You know, we had a great encounter with this buck the other morning. It was just too thick, too much brush. I could not get the shot. I did not want to let a buck like this go off wounded. But this was the deer, folks, that I wanted. I had my heart set on, and it's on Sunday. Today's my mama's birthday, and happy birthday, Mama. But I took a buck in Wyoming, a bull in Colorado, and this beautiful buck right here in Iowa on Sunday. And that's what I love about Sundays, and thank you, good Lord, for allowing me to do so. I just feel blessed. I'm fortunate enough to harvest such a good deer. I'm gonna get a tag on him and get him on the bad boy buggy. Get him out of here.
Are you tired of your broadheads not flying properly for you? Well, let me show you what I do to tighten my broadhead groups. Whether you fletch your arrows at home or have a pro shop fletch them for you, fletch your arrows with a helical twist. For instance, on this 2-inch vane, I like to put as much helical twist in it as I possibly can. By doing this, it allows your arrow to spin faster, stabilize quicker, for tighter, more consistent broadhead groups. Give this a try. I think you'll be surprised with the end results.
Now let's join Ron Skoronsky on an early November bow hunt on an area of his farm he's reserved exclusively for the Iowa rut.
It's the morning of November 1st. Perfect morning. It's cold, nice north breeze. And I wait till November 1st on this area of the farm. It's one of my favorite spots on the whole farm. And this area is affectionately known as the dead zone. So let's hope that name rings true this morning. Josh, it's a pretty nice buck. Coming in here, he's gonna come check this doe right here. He's young, he's 2.5-year-old.
Man.
Joshua, we got us a giant, buddy. We got us a giant. I know who that deer is. That's Big Will. That's a deer me and my friend Little Will, my 4-year-old buddy from Wisconsin, found his shed just over here. That is a giant buck. Oh my God. I knew who that deer was coming in. He is incredible. I think we got good hit on him. He's quartering away, got that arrow way up in sight. He's right over the edge of this hill, I think, right here. That's a buck of they got him attached to this tree. Man. Let's go get Steve and Philip. Let's get Steve and Philip and go find that deer.
We're back at the stand. We gave this big buck a couple hours to set. I think I made a really good hit, but we went back and looked at the footage, and it's an enormous buck. We just didn't want to take any chances with this deer, so went back and got my good friends Philip and Steve, and we're going to blood trail him in there. I shot him pretty close. I think I made a good shot, and he went out and stood out there about 75 yards for 2 or 3 minutes. So we're going to pick up this blood trail and hopefully go find this monster. So let's take a look. I was here, and then he came up right here. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Hey guys, I keep looking right over there.
Where are you? Yes. Oh my God. Look at that deer. Oh my. Oh my.
Congratulations, that is a giant.
Oh my. This deer. You dream about getting a deer like this. Oh my God. You know, I have 2 years of sheds to this buck. I have never seen this buck alive until about 2 hours ago. I like the way we met. He's just gorgeous. Look at the mass and the tine length. It's a gigantic deer. This deer is 300 pounds if he's an ounce. Oh my God. It's a lifetime buck. You know, it's funny, Steve Snow and I came in here this summer and looked at the stand where we had it last year, and we had it set about 70 yards to the north, and Steve suggested move it a little bit to the south to cover that draw coming up from the bottom fields, and man, was he right, because had we not moved that stand, that deer would have caught our wind. And thank you, Steve. Wow, what a great idea.
Still made the shot.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to be part of the Big Buck Club with you guys. What a year. Oh my God. Incredible. What a giant.
No complaints.
What a giant. I never dreamed of getting a buck like this. Oh my gosh. I mentioned when I shot this buck that I had 2 years worth of sheds on this deer, and this is a shed from 2 years ago on his left side, and this is a shed from last year. And you can see the jumps he's made on this left-hand side. And I found these sheds literally just over my left shoulder, back over here through the draw, and it's not more than 400 or 500 yards from where I shot this buck. And these big bucks like to keep a pretty tight core area on this farm, and you can see the growth he's had, and ended up splitting this year, and it's quite a progression to get to that big trophy buck. I just love to shed hunt and see the buck the next fall. That is awesome.
It's mid-September, and Eddie Salter is hunting in Montana. For the first 2 days of Eddie's hunt, he sees plenty of movement, but nothing is close enough or big enough.
Boy, I tell you, we had a pretty good movement, boys.
It's warming up right now. It's gonna be a pretty day. It looks like the wind's picking up, but we got a major food source over here. We got a lot of bedding ground, and this looks so good here. I really don't want to leave it, but looking through my binoculars this morning, I was seeing some deer. I mean, looked like 40 or 50 deer going through there, and a couple of them looked like maybe mule deer. I mean, I'm not that much familiar, but they sure act different than the whitetail looks like. They was kind of jumping around a little bit, but looks like that wood line may go on back into some real heavy brush back there, and there's another corn patch up here, so I'm gonna go check it out, see what it looks like, and maybe I can really get on these deer, and maybe that old mule deer may come see me. Man, look what a trail right here. Golly. And the best thing in the world, I don't know what kind of shape it's in, but look up here on the other side, an old stand. Looks like it's got some good looking timber in it. If I can get up that tree, that's gonna be Eddie Salter. I ain't got to use no stand. That's one that's been there probably for years. And looks like it's there for a reason, because it looks like a lot of deer's coming through. If it's a trail coming from in there, because that's where I saw a bunch of them deer coming in, they probably also hitting the edge of that field, and it looks like I'll be able to make that shot. So let's go check it out a little closer.
And sure enough, Eddie finds the positive sign he was hoping for.
Boy, that's perfect right there. That stand's in good shape. I got my pull-up rope set up. I'm gonna go get cleaned up, get me a bite to eat. I'm gonna be right here. There's no need of doing any more scouting. I think this is gonna be the spot. All right.
Later that afternoon, Eddie is back in the tree. With the river on one side and the trail on the other, Eddie hopes he's in the right spot.
Here we go. Oh! You'll never know what you're gonna get when you come to Montana. You know, I've been wanting to shoot a mule deer. A great opportunity. Oh! Thank you, good Lord. You know, I thought yesterday afternoon, I thought I could see where the my muley went down at, but I just couldn't pick up the track. So we found a good bit of sign, and I lost it right there about that fence post, and I just decided last night I'd come back this morning. It was good and cool last night, about 35 degrees, and I knew he'd be fine, and I felt like I could come back this morning and probably do a better tracking job. I surely hope I can get a chance to look at him real close. Oh! Look what I see. I see horns. Yes, sir. Let's count them up here, boys. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them bad boys. That's not pretty, I'm telling you. That is awesome.
Here's something that you need to keep in mind when you're bow hunting for deer. When you get in your tree stand, obviously the first thing you do is put your safety restraint on. But the next thing I do once I get set up is I check my distances. A lot of people miss deer because they don't know their distances. It's important, and it's a step you don't want to miss. That will make you a more successful deer hunter.
Now let's join Matt Moret on the second day of gun season in northern Missouri.
Hey, it's November 12th, and we're here in North Missouri, right by C&D Farms with David Carter. And it's the second day of Missouri gun season. Yesterday we just hung out there and helped people get deer out of the woods. And today's our first morning to hunt, and we've seen a lot of deer action in the last couple days. We're sitting up here on this hill. It's frigid out this morning. It's definitely prime time, baby. And we're locked and loaded, got the TC ready to roll. So hang on. Hopefully there's a lot of action this morning. Out of the southeast. It was chilly, but we had one heck of a morning as far as deer movement, rut action. And we're going to ease out of here. We're going to go back and get the truck. We're going to get undressed, grab some lunch, and we're getting right back in the stand in about an hour. We got a clover field not too far from here, just around this draw that some deer have been hitting in the evening, so we're going to head there this evening. So we're going back to the truck, and we'll see you tonight. Man, what a night it looks like it might be. We got out of our morning stand about 12 o'clock, straight up noon. Went and grabbed a bite, got right back in the stand. We're set up by 1, and at 2 we already got deer in the field. It's November the 12th, second day of Missouri gun season. Mama's out with her boyfriend somewhere, and we're just hoping that Mama comes in and drags him in tonight. But this Thompson setter's ready to roll here this evening, so we're gonna sit tight and see what happens. Welcome to Missouri. Coming right now. I see. Filming him. I can't see him. Relax. You're on him. Yep. Just wait. Matt, you gotta kill that deer. Ready? Take it. Matt. Get down, baby. Get down. Yes. Did that happen fast or what? There was some young deer in the field. That old doe came out and he was right behind her. I don't know if we caught it on camera, but he grunted. They came out at the corner, got in this brush, and they chased her right across the field. And the old TC Encore 25-06. Put my big boy in the dirt out there. Yeah, baby. I'm gonna pack my stuff up, and we're gonna go see my buck. Good job, buddy. There you go. Look at the points. He's got more than I thought. Oh. Looky there. That is why I love it out here in the Midwest in November. See, he's got 11 points up and 1 coming out of the base. So he's really a 12-pointer. Got that Fort G3. What a buck, man. What a buck. And what a hunt tonight. It was fast and it was furious. I know I've said it 100 times, but that's how it can happen. We hunted all morning, got out of stand at noon, grabbed a bite, sprayed down again, got back in our stand, and deer movement started right away. And we were there about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And there were some yearlings out here, and they kept looking back, and I heard him grunt. Here came a doe, tail was flat out. He was about 12 steps behind her. Got up there in that clearing, and that old Encore 25-06 is helping me take this buck home to Pennsylvania and put him on my wall, because that is where he is going. You've got to love the Midwest.
Let's join Alex Rutledge on his way to Kansas for an early November pre-rut bow hunt.
Well, we are now in Kansas. We got another about an hour and a half drive to Rawhide Camp with John and Daniel Wittstein. And we are hunting pre-rut. We're going to catch the back side of the pre-rut right when they peak out. The full moon comes up on the 5th, I believe, and we're going to see a lot of activity then too. But I'm very eager to get in the stand to see what comes to the decoy, or the calls, or the lures. So we're going to get her done in Kansas, Danny. Give me some nothing.
Once in camp, Alex takes the opportunity to get his equipment dialed in before John arrives to take him scouting.
Sure it's tight. Okay, tight. Finally got here, man.
Good, how are you?
I'm glad I checked that equipment out. It was shooting a little high. I dropped my bow yesterday, and it was shooting 2 foot high.
2 foot, that's good.
I'm teasing, man.
You need it to shoot 2 foot higher to hit them bigger deer.
There you go.
Then it's off with John to do a little pre-hunt scouting.
These bucks are on their feet, brother.
The next morning, Alex is in the stand, and it's not long before he starts to see some activity. And soon after, he sees activity of a different type. But this is only the first day of his hunt, so Alex remains patient and observes.
We're combining corn right now. With this fresh cut corn, it's going to bring deer in from all over. This may be the ticket we need to close the deal for PrimeTime Bucks.
It's the second afternoon of Alex's hunt, and once he gets to the stand, he sees that the deer are moving early.
We're just getting in the stand and deer's coming into the field already. There's a big buck out there in the field. He's with that doe. Easy, wheezy. There he comes down the edge of that field. There he comes down the edge of the field. I got him fired up. I got him fired up. There's another buck coming in, I think. He's over in the food plot with them does. Maybe he'll come back over here. Here it comes. There it comes. Thank you, God. Thank you. Decoying. Easy wheezing. True talker. Awesome, man. Awesome. What do you think of him, John? There you go, folks. Proof's in the pudding, as I always say. Here at Rawhide Camp, you can shoot a big buck just like it. John, thank you for everything, buddy. You know your whitetail, folks. Look at that. I'm glad to be back with y'all. Not just for the deer hunt, but for Grandma's cooking, too.
Bowstring wax has many more uses than just waxing the string on your bow. One of the first things that I do is apply the wax to the threads on both the broadhead and the field points, then screw them back into the arrow. I also like to apply this to all the screw threads on my bow, whether it be the sights, the quiver, the stabilizer, or even your rest, any working part that's going to come loose. I do this to keep my screws from backing out, and it also prevents rust and corrosion. Remember, it's the little things that make a difference of taking that trophy of a lifetime home.
It's the peak of the rut in Iowa, and Steve Snow's son Isaac is about to head to his stand for the morning hunt. You may remember Isaac from PrimeTime Bucks 9 when he took his first ever deer with a bow.
Only went about 100 yards.
It's now 2 years later, and Isaac is hopeful of getting another chance at a nice buck.
It's November 18th. We're in a good spot right by a pond. It's over the hill from an old cornfield. We already had some deer in here early, so we know it's a good spot. We'll see what happens. Dad, there's a good buck over there. We ain't been staying very long. We got in, it was still dark, and we had deer right by us, and Dad said, we're in them. And he was right, because he came walking by 3 yards. I was drawn for quite a while, but a great shot at him. He almost died at the base of the tree. Don't even have to track. Well, we know exactly where he's at. He died 20 yards. I can get my bow and go look at him. Wow. Gorgeous deer. That drop right there, he's got a big split brow right there. And came in, first 30 minutes we were hunting, and shot him. He made a full half circle and died 20 yards of the tree. Don't even have to track him. Thanks, Dad and Ron. Kill him. Awesome, awesome deer.
It's November 1st in Kentucky, and Greg Miller is hunting at Thompson Center's Game Trails Ranch. Like much of the Midwest, the weather has been unseasonably warm this fall. But Greg hopes that with cooler temperatures moving in, the big bucks will start moving as well. But on this afternoon, the young bucks seem to be the first ones out and about.
Comes a little buck over here. All these little bucks here. This is like Grand Central Station for the whitetail buck population. The juveniles. But Mr. Big is here somewhere. We know he is because there's rubs on trees as big as my arm. So. Those small bucks that walked by us here are up there. They're sparring. Oh, there's a bigger buck. There's a bigger buck. Definitely a shooter, Brock. Definitely. Bet. Here he goes. Yes, Kentucky baby. Give me some, bud. Good job, Brock. Here in Kentucky hunting TC's Game Trails Ranch. Thanks Greg Ritz, Neil Sanders, Dirk, KJ, Kevin, Chris, Steve, all the guides here. Chris brought us in here this afternoon. This is an awesome spot. We're on a Hog's Back Ridge here. You saw the footage before this, I bet. 5 or 6 different bucks. And this buck shows up. I mean, it's 2 hours before dark. It's November 2nd. They're cruising. You know, I bet the hit looked far back, but from where Brock is filming, he's all the way around the tree. And from where I'm looking at this deer, that shot is angling forward. I actually had a quartering shot, and it looks far back, but it quartered up, and you saw the leg kick. Man, I'm excited. I'm sorry. It's been a tough fall for Brock and I. That's our 3rd whitetail of the season, and they have come hard. We've got 3 good deer, but they've come hard. So, like I said, I've done this 40 years, and look at me, I'm a wreck. That's the way it's supposed to be. Oh, here's the deal. Cameraman Brock Pulver and I tracked the deer to a logging trail right behind us, about 30 yards, and the deer was walking down the logging trail and started bleeding substantially less all of a sudden, and then he turned and came into the woods, and
we're just finding a drop of blood, and I look up ahead, and there he lays with his back to us, so he's kind of hard to see. Come on along, we're going to go look at this Kentucky buck. He maybe went a grand total of 150 yards. This is the best part, and every deer hunter out there knows that this is the best part. Look at this. He got that crab claw in the end. I'd like to thank Greg Ritz, Neil Sanders, you guys up there at Thompson Center. You're doing a heck of a job, and thank you for making this possible. This has been an incredible week. We had the Florida connection here. A shout out to my buddy Rooster from down in Florida, killed himself his best ever whitetail here at Game Trails. 140 class 10-pointer. Robbie killed a great deer. DB, Royce. This is the 5th Pope and Young class whitetail we've taken in 5 days of hunting here at Game Trails. This place is awesome.
Now let's join Stan Potts on an early November bow hunt at Sugar Creek Outfitters in Schuyler County, Illinois.
Hey folks, we're in Illinois, my home state, Schuyler County with Chad, John, Sugar Creek Outfitters. This is our first afternoon. This is November the 4th, and this little bean field that's left standing here is absolutely tore up. And we got Bucky Jr., big scrapes and rubs all along it. It's happening, so you stick with us. He wouldn't be much even if he had 2 horns. These does right out here, they had a one-antlered buck. He had his left side broke off following him. Hopefully a big one will show up. Hey folks, I'd pull my face mask down, but we're in Schuyler County with Chad, John, Sugar Creek Outfitters, and it's just a little after 3, and we've already got some does just come out. We're just getting ready here, so I can't talk too loud. We got 2 does here. My wife, Brenda, was in camp with us yesterday afternoon, and she was watching from the barn right back here about 150 yards, and a huge buck went across this clover field a little before 5 following 4 does. So we're set up right here. Oh yeah. Hey folks, Bucky Jr. works again. We just need one a little bit bigger. He can't figure it out. I tell you what, if you're not hunting with a decoy, you're missing a lot of fun. He don't like that, does he? Right here at the left, Timmy. Right here at the left. Big buck, big buck. He sees the decoy. Here he comes. Here he comes. He's coming in. Right here. Right here. He's coming right here. Right here. He's coming right here. Right here.
Stay on him, Tim. Stay on him. Go down. Go down. He's gonna go down. He's gonna... He's down. What a stud. Bucky Jr. That's what I'm talking about right there. I was getting ready to shoot this 145-inch 10. And I heard this buck grunt over here, and I looked. And here come a bigger one. I don't know how big he is. I think he's 160 anyway. Give me a second. I get a little bit emotional. We're here at Sugar Creek Outfitters with Chad John. And I gotta tell you something, folks. I gotta tell you something. My wife, just a minute. I owe my wife, Brenda, that buck. We were over on another farm yesterday evening, and she came to see us. She stayed in camp with us, and she hid right over here by this barn last night and watched this clover field and saw a big giant 10 come across this clover field at 5 o'clock. It is 7 minutes till 5. Thank you, Lord. Thanks for being here, folks. Let me hang this bow up. Boom, we got a pig. We just shot a giant buck, and he's laying out there in the clover field on the ground. And here comes another one into the decoy. That's the third shooter in the last 15 minutes. He's gonna come right in. I'd like to get down, folks. Look at there. What a big buck. I don't even know exactly what he is. Look at the body on him. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. He's a big giant 10. He's a big giant 10. Let me set this Matthews down here. Let me get this buck picked up here, folks. Look at this. Look at this. Huh? That's what I'm talking about right there. Look at that. Look at that right on the left side. Big 5x5. Oh, look right here. He's got a G3 broke off. He was a big 5x6. Now he's a big 5x5, 150s. For sure, big brows. Huge bodied deer. We had 3 shooters come in on us, folks. We're with Chad John, Sugar Creek Outfitters in Schuyler County, Illinois. And we owe this buck right here to my wife, Brenda, because she watched this field last night when we were at a different place. I'll tell you what, folks, look at that. We're gonna go call Chad. We're gonna go call Brenda. We're gonna get a tag on him, and we are gonna go celebrate.
You know, to this day, there's still a lot of people that get in a tree and don't wear safety restraints. I don't understand why. If you're not going to wear them for yourself, wear them for somebody else. Here, I'm actually in a tree not more than 2 or 3 feet off the ground, and as you can see, I have my hunter safety system on. Always, always be thinking safety.
It's November 11th, and things are heating up in the woods of north central Missouri. Callie Morris of Hazel Creek Taxidermy is hunting food plots with cameraman Caleb Stewart. Callie knows the value of food plots, and his efforts over the years with Vitarac and Beard Builder supplements have resulted in a very healthy deer and turkey population. It's late afternoon, and to get to their stand, Callie made the decision to bump a group of does off this food plot. But since this is the first time he's hunted this stand, he's confident the does will return to the field just as soon as things settle down. Callie's hunch proves correct, and not long after the does come back, a young buck enters the field with them. Being the first buck of the evening, he takes the opportunity to check out the does. Now, if you've ever wondered if the grunting of adolescent bucks will attract more dominant deer, just watch this footage.
coming in the food plot right now. He's over here, right here, right here. Caleb, he's a good one. He's a good one. I want to take him. You on him? Yeah. Holy cow, was that fast? That was a good one. There was 13 deer out here tonight. One little buck. I thought, we're in prime time, baby. There's got to be a monster. There's got to be one monster come tonight. That is a tank.
Well, the last spot we found blood was right here. So we decided we better back off and give the deer about an hour before we went up in this grass, because this grass is head tall, and I didn't want to jump him up and then have to shoot him running in case he wasn't dead yet. So what we're going to do is, there's a real good deer trail right here, and we're going to take this deer trail, because I'm almost sure he's within 100 yards up here on this hill, and we're just going to slip up through there and maybe we can see if we can find him. Man, look at that big old rub. Tell you what's really weird sometimes I've noticed about deer is when you shoot a deer and it's hurt, it seems like when you're tracking it, it always runs by 2 or 3 big rubs. It gives me a pretty good indication that that's the trees that those deer have been rubbing. Yeah, here's a big trail right here. Hey, here he is. He's right up here. Man alive, look at that. He's wider than I thought. Man alive, would you look at that? Had his horn dug in the ground. He's a little stiff. Boy, that's my best muzzleloader kill ever. Unbelievable. Look at that, 18, 19 inches wide. Just a big 10-pointer, clean. Had a sticker, look at that, he had a big point right there, he broke it off. That's what I'm talking about, shooting big deer with muzzleloader. Unbelievable. I tell you, we watched all those does tonight. We got into the stand about 80 yards from it, and there were 8 does already in the field. So we had to make a decision whether to bump them out or whether just to wait. Well, we knew they were on that food plot and they weren't going to leave, so we opted to bump them out. But the good thing is we haven't hunted this stand all season. So I thought, well, we'll bump them out and they'll come right back. Sure enough, we got in the stand, we didn't even get ready, and the first doe came back out. And it started getting later and later, and I'm thinking, is a big buck gonna ever come? Because I felt like, 13 deer in the field, I'm thinking that's my lucky number. My birthday's the 13th, something's gotta happen tonight. That's my omen for tonight. And all of a sudden, boom, I just look over, here he comes right out in the field. I mean, no grunting, no nothing. He's just showed up. I checked his main beam, make sure that his main beam come out past his eye on the side profile. That's what I always like to look for. And I checked to make sure that he was wider than his ears, and sure enough he was. I said, that's good enough for me, baby. And am I glad I was ready tonight. My Thompson Center Omega, Smasher-Roni, and we got him. The tank, right here.
September 19th, we're in Kansas. We're going into a spot that we've hunted several nights already this week and last week. We've been seeing all kinds of bucks. Been kind of holding out for the big boys, but they seem to be pretty nocturnal, but we're gonna hope for the best tonight.
1 hour later, a huge buck appears at the far edge of the field. And moments later, another small 10-pointer makes his way into gun range. Teresa has already passed on this buck 3 times over the past few days, so she's willing to wait and hope that the big buck follows him in.
Merp. You got him? Oh my God.
I finally got to take a shot.
He's a giant. He's a giant.
I hunted every day of 2005 season and never got a shot at a buck. We've been hunting hard this year. I've had a chance at that smaller buck 3 nights. This was the 4th night, and I was gonna take him tonight. And all of a sudden, this bigger one came out. Yes.
Oh, September 19th.
Yes, September 19th. I'm so excited. So excited. Oh, there he is. I'm so excited. Beautiful Kansas whitetail. September 19th, 2006. Oh, this is beyond my expectations. Probably took about a 50-yard shot at him. Wow, what a beauty. Nice 5x5 typical buck. I owe it all to John Hansen. He scouts hard for me and hangs my stands and gets everything ready, and basically all I have to do is climb into the tree every year. And I also want to thank my dad. My dad gave me an appreciation for the great outdoors at a young age. It sparked my interest in bow hunting, and then when I met up with John, he taught me all the ropes, so I'm thrilled to death. This boy's going on my wall.
Now let's join John Hansen on a November 7th bow hunt in his home state of Kansas.
Good morning, everybody. From Kansas. We're in a creek bottom here with fog like I've never seen before. I checked weather.com today, and winds are calm and 1 mile an hour for the whole morning, so it's going to be a smoking hot morning. So foggy I can only shoot 30 yards, so it's going to be a quick deal, so stick with us and get ready. Right there, I see a body. Big body. Can't tell if it has
Ghost in the fog, baby. He's down. There he is. See him, Justin? Ghost in the fog here in Kansas. Got myself a monster. He's fork 2 on his right and fork 3 on his left, so really happy. So November 7th is so foggy I can't even. Got a dead deer, so worked so hard, exhausted every effort this summer scouting. I never did film this buck. Filmed 100 different bucks and scout every day of the year. So finally paid off, and he had us, as you saw. Looked up 3-4 times, snorted, was gone, and decided just couldn't resist the decoy. So good job. Here's my arrow. Complete pass-through. Blood-soaked arrow. Yes! Oh, beautiful Kansas. Whitetail. We got the one we were looking for. He was right on this ridge over here yesterday with the doe. There was 3 or 4 bucks chasing the doe, and he was so heavy he's getting out of my hands here. But look at the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and start at 13. So November 7th, 7:45, he came in the fog. It really surprised us because we couldn't see 60, 70 yards away this morning. And he came in and looked up and just thought that everything was going to go wrong, and he snorted and ran off and stopped and just gave me a perfect shot. Matthews Switchback XT did her again.
It's November 19th, and Shane Allman of Northern Arkansas is in Kansas for a peak rut bow hunt. You may remember Shane from PrimeTime Bucks 8, when he shot the buck of a lifetime with Hunter Specialties videographer Philip Vanderpool.
Got it, buddy.
You better. We done it, buddy. We done it. How about that? Now that right there is an unbelievable 10-pointer.
It's 3 years to the day later, and Shane is back with videographer Roger Patton to try to make it happen again. After that awesome hunt 3 years ago, Shane became a big fan of decoying deer, so you can bet he'll be using the same strategy this time.
Well, it's November the 19th. We're here in Kansas this evening. Yesterday morning we was sitting in this same tree and we had a great 8-pointer come in here to our right. Roger got some good footage of him coming in, and as he's coming in behind us here, Roger couldn't get the camera swung on him. I was already drawed, but we couldn't get the shot, so we passed on that deer, but he was a great deer. And we've already got some deer does filtering out in this milo field out of this bedding area to our north. So we're hoping this evening maybe we'll catch a buck cruising in here and got our decoy out, and maybe we can get something to happen. Y'all stay with us, maybe we'll have an exciting hunt. There's a pretty nice buck, Roger. Looks like a pretty nice little 10-pointer. Let me grunt at him, see if we can get him so we can see him a little better. Oh, there's a good buck out here about 100 yards going easing this way. He heard me grunting. You see him up there, Roger? Real nice buck easing this way.
Yes! Oh, Roger. Oh, yeah. Just give me just a second. Oh, just give me a second.
I thought you hit your coat.
Oh,
You made a noise.
I did too. There was for a minute. I thought it hit my coat. This is November the 19th. We've been in Kansas for 8 days. And we've been on bucks. And we've had one terrible time. We had a buck come in yesterday morning. He got behind us. Roger couldn't get on him. He busted us here and he run off. This buck, we come in. Actually, I was grunting at another deer going across the field, just trying to get a good look at him. Looked up and this deer was coming and he come straight in. Looking at our decoy over here, about 25. Gave me a broadside shot. Perfect. He fell up broad dyke about 100 yards. I mean, that's just, this is overwhelming. Oh. There's the decoy that killed that old big buck. He was standing right here at this little old scrubby locust tree or whatever it is. And he's up there about 100 yards. We're just going to walk straight to him. We seen him fall. We ain't going to have to pick up the blood. Oh, what a deer. What an 8-pointer. Well, here's our buck. It's been a long and drawn out last 8 days of hunting here in Kansas. Roger, he's hung in there with me, and we've got rewarded this evening with just a tremendous old buck. He's got a big old body, huge neck, just a great 8-pointer for me. This is a big deer for an Arkansas boy. Boy, he's got lots of character. I like this ridge here in that main beam. And boy, our Apex 7 and Muzzy MX4s, they performed flawlessly on this buck. He didn't go but about 100 yards. We watched him fall. So it was, this has been a tremendous hunt. I couldn't be happier.
Hi folks, glad you can join us on this cold December day. We're here in Illinois, it's the muzzleloader only season, and we're out here with Tad Peter with South Fork Outfitting. We're going to be set up tonight in a tree stand over a cut cornfield. We've been seeing a lot of deer out here, just never had an opportunity to big bucks. So I got my Thompson Center Encore, I love this gun, and I'm ready to put a big buck down with it. So follow me to our stand and let's see what we can make happen tonight. Well folks, we just got settled in our stands, and this stand setup is awesome. Tad's really put us on a nice place here, and I am excited to be in this stand tonight. Tad's been telling us he's been seeing a lot of big bucks work this cornfield, this cut cornfield here, and I don't get but one opportunity to hunt in the stand tonight. So the first shooter that steps out, I'm gonna put him down with the old Thompson Center. So let's sit tight and wait for the action to start happening. So wish me luck. There's 2 turkeys out in the field.
fed him good. Oh my God. Yes. Give me some.
Good job, baby. Good job.
Oh my God. That was awesome. Food source, you guys. We watched this buck stage inside the timber over here. And he's just come out in this cut cornfield and started feeding. He wasn't probably maybe 100 yards away. Yes, we worked so hard. We went through the first shotgun season here in Illinois, the second shotgun season, and didn't bring home a buck one. And hopefully it's all going to pay off this weekend during muzzleloader only. Yes.
There's blood. Good blood. There he is. There he is. Come on. Perfect heart shot. Oh my gosh. What a nice buck. Nice 8-pointer. Like I said, he didn't go very far. This buck didn't come out in the field. He wasn't out there 10 minutes. Come out there to feed on some corn on the ground. There were some does walking around back in here. We could see them all just starting to filter out in the timber. That Thompson setter put it on him. Right through his heart. It's a nice buck.
Now let's join Rick White on a late season muzzleloader hunt in central Iowa with Wade and Tony Saman of Thunder Ridge Outfitters.
Hey, Rick. What's going on, buddy?
You made it.
Who's this?
Hi, Picklehead.
You're the picklehead.
You are.
Somebody told me you shot your very first deer.
Yeah, do you want to see it?
Of course I want to see it.
Well, this is the third night in the blind, and I hope I see a big, big, big buck tonight so I can shoot it. I got my fingers crossed.
Cody's dejected, but within 20 minutes another buck makes his way into the food plot.
Good shot,
Yes.
Cody. Good shot.
Yes.
You hammered him. Good shot.
Yes.
What do you think?
Awesome.
Excited?
Yeah.
What do you think Rick will say about us shooting a deer out of his blind?
No clue about Picklehead.
Good job. You did good. I can't wait to get out and get in that same blind. Are there any big deer left?
No.
No. Your dad better find one.
I'll bet we can find
Well, I'm going to get my stuff unpacked, and I can't wait to get out there with that gun in my hand.
Sounds good.
Welcome to Iowa, late season muzzleloader hunt. December 27th, hunting at one of my favorite spots, Thunder Ridge Outfitters, Wade Saman behind the camera. His daughter shot a deer from this exact spot just a couple weeks earlier, so they're telling me there's a lot of deer coming in here. This is the food plot that we were here in August looking at. Yes, standing corn, and we also put in some Hunter Specialties fall mix. Hasn't been pressured. The weather's not real cold, it's about 40 degrees, but we're hoping those bucks are gonna pile in here, and hopefully a big one. So I promise you one thing, it is gonna be exciting. So you wish me luck, and you stay with us. Well, the first deer of the day, and
good sign. So with a little bit of luck, we'll get some bucks moving through here. So I hope. Sit and wait.
But the day comes to a close without Rick seeing much buck activity. It's Rick's third afternoon, and he and Wade decide it's time to change strategies.
Good afternoon. December 29th, late season muzzleloader hunt here in Iowa, hunting at Thunder Ridge Outfitters with Wade and Tony Saman. Wade actually behind the camera. And it's warm, unseasonably warm, 55 degrees right now, so the deer really aren't moving much, but we're trying a spot that we haven't hunted in hopes to just to kind of figure out what the deer are doing. With a little bit of luck, they'll come out before it gets dark, and at least we can kind of figure out what they're doing here. I'm going to get a quick blind built, just some cedars I'm going to put up behind me here, and we're going to sit here tonight and see what happens, so stay with us. Deer of the evening coming out right now, and we still got a little bit of light left, so that's good. They have no idea we're here, and that's good. So hopefully we get some bucks moving around. Expect the deer to come walking 10 feet from me. We've got a deer right here, Wade. It's a small buck. Right on the edge of that corn. He's looking back. There's another small buck back there. There's a good buck. There's a good buck coming. Far he is. Should I try him there? Hold on. Yeah, I'm good whenever you're ready. Did I get him? You smoked. I thought so. Unbelievable. I'm pretty sure I saw the two smaller bucks cross the creek. I did not see him cross. I couldn't tell with all the smoke, but I put the crosshairs on him. He was 153 yards. And it looked like when he was running off, it looked like he had his tail tucked. It looked like he was hurting. Yes. Should have been right in here somewhere. Right here. Look at this. There's a lot of blood right in here. Yeah, he's going right up through there. Yes. Oh man, let me check something here. That new Gerber light, yeah, that blood does stand out. But I tell you what, I don't think we're going to need it to follow this one because
it's dumping up blood through here. I thought I got him pretty good. Good lung blood, so I'm sure he's just right over here. Let's go find him. There's blood. It looks like he's going right down this deer trail here. There's blood. Right there, right there is, see the white? Yes, he's down. Look at him, beautiful, beautiful 10-point. Doesn't have real tall brows, but what a nice deer. This was only my third afternoon in, hunting, and I really didn't know what to expect because this weather is unseasonably warm. It's the end of December and it's in the mid-50s, and I really did not expect to see deer moving until dark. Just like last year when I was here, the deer weren't moving until dark, just too warm. But we've got a front rolling in tomorrow morning, and the deer were on the move. We had some does come out early, and then a couple of bucks, small bucks, and then this big 10-pointer following them. And he stepped out, gave me a broadside shot at about 150 yards, put the crosshairs on him, and he didn't go 50 yards. Oh, what a great hunt. I've got to thank my friends at Thunder Ridge Outfitter, Wade, who's running the camera, and his brother Tony. Thanks, guys, for having me here, and I hope I get to come back. If you're looking for a great whitetail hunt, give them a call. It's well worth it. What a fantastic hunt, and what a way to end my deer season here in my home state of Iowa. I think I'll go get the bad boy buggy and get it in here, and I'm going to enjoy every minute of getting this deer out. Whew.
It's the first day of the new year, and Tyson Rutledge is just pulling into Thunder Ridge Outfitters with videographer Philip Vanderpool. This is not only Tyson's first hunt on camera, it's also his first chance to hunt Iowa, and his first hunt with a muzzleloader.
You made her. Philip. Yeah, good to see you. Time no see, buddy. Wade Simon, Tony Simon.
Wade Simon.
Tyson Rutledge.
Tony.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
Tyson.
you, bud.
Hey, buddy.
Rick.
How are you? Good to see
Long
you.
time no see.
Philip, how you been, buddy?
Good, man.
Good.
Heard tell you killed a good one.
Well, I did. I got lucky. We had some warm weather, but this weather change coming for you guys ought to help you out, I think.
Yeah, I think even though you got that full moon, Rick seems to be able to shoot him on a full moon, so it's going to change.
Maybe we're lucky.
You put me in his best spot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll put me in a better spot.
There you go. He's waiting on the big one. This is his first ever muzzleloader.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that'll be fun.
First time to Iowa.
So we get your stuff and get you checked
Yeah,
in?
let's get her unloaded.
For Tyson's first afternoon, they decide to build a ground blind in the grass next to standing corn.
What we're hoping this evening that these deer will be coming up these draws into the standing corn. We had some snow last night. We're hoping that works to our advantage today in this colder weather. So let's sit back and try to see if we can get one in here. Got some deer out here in the corn. There's one buck had one side on him. Good buck. There's about 50 deer out there. He's on the back.
For the next 5 days, Tyson hunts hard. He sees many bucks that will be good candidates in the years to come, once they grow up. On the 7th and last afternoon of Tyson's hunt, he decides it's time to try the same shooting house that Rick had tried a week earlier.
Hey folks, January 7th, 2007. Tell you what, we've seen a lot of bucks, a lot of deer, and we're hunting here over some pig corn, some standing corn. And I got my Thompson Center Pro Hunter with me. I tell you what, I'm hoping to put the smack down on one tonight. Got some pretty good ropes on them. Oh, yeah. Right here, fella. He dropped in his tracks. He dropped in his tracks. There he is, Phil. Yes! Yes! Oh, wow, what a nice deer. What a nice buck. Let me get this Thompson Center over here. Lay it down. Oh, yes. Let me gather my swords here. What a nice buck. I'll tell you. Yes! We've hunted so hard here in Iowa. It's been a wonderful hunt. I tell you, I want to say thanks to Wade and Tony Saman with Thunder Ridge Outfitters for allowing me to come up here and take this animal. He told me, he said, Tyson, if you'll hold out, you'll kill you a nice buck. And I tell you,
it was down to the wire. It was down to the last 10 minutes. And it just goes to show you, you need to stick with it because it'll happen. I also want to say thanks to Hunter Specialties for allowing me to come on this hunting. I tell you, I can't imagine. It's just been a great hunt. And I tell you what, I'm going to get a tag on this deer. I'm going to load him back in my truck and we're going to head to Missouri. Wow.